Welcome to our exploration of one of the most significant conflicts in human history, World War I. This war marked a turning point in global politics, strategy, and technology, showcasing a shift from traditional warfare to the more modern, industrialized type. As we delve deep into the war's origins, combatants, strategies, and the heroes it produced, we will transport you back to the early 20th century and bring to life the heart-rending stories of those who lived through it. The world stood at the brink of a cataclysmic event as the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria sparked the powder keg of long unresolved tensions among the major powers. The spark ignited the war, subsequently entangling the globe's major powers into a bloody conflict that lasted for 4 years. Who were the major players in this grand spectacle of war, you may wonder? Over a dozen countries, including the likes of Germany, Austria-Hungary, France, the United Kingdom, Russia, and the Ottoman Empire found themselves pitted against one another, each vying for dominance and supremacy. As the war unfolded, we saw evolution in military strategies and the introduction of new, more deadly weapons. Aerial warfare emerged as a novel concept, and adversaries began seeing each other not only on the ground but from the heights of the sky. Among these various new inventions and strategies, none proved as deadly as the introduction of chemical warfare, a weapon of mass destruction using toxic compounds to debilitate and kill soldiers en masse. The war indeed bestowed remarkable, yet almost obscure, individuals who, through their courage and determination, significantly shaped its course. One such hero was Alvin York, a pacifist-turned-warrior who single-handedly captured 132 prisoners during the Battle of Argonne by outsmarting the enemy. Despite the horrors, the war also saw moments of camaraderie and humanity. The Christmas Truce of 1914 is one noteworthy example where soldiers from both sides laid down their arms, emerged from their trenches, and celebrated the festive season together. Important to note is the profound impact of the United States' entrance into the war. At first neutral, the interception of non-binding diplomatic cables and the resuming of unrestricted German submarine warfare against American ships finally prompted the U.S. to declare war against Germany in 1917. Alongside the Americans, many indigenous soldiers, often unrecognized to this day from various colonies and dominions of the Allied forces, fought gallantly. They played a crucial role in numerous battles, including Gallipoli, Somme, and the final offensive 100 Days. The war's conclusion brought about new alliances and isolated the Central Powers, pushing them into accepting harsh treaties that would sow the seeds for another devastating conflict, World War II. 2 decades later. The Treaty of Versailles, signed on 28 June 1919, brought an official end to the war in principle. The First World War, or the Great War as it was once known, was not just an affair between rigid battle lines. It was a conflict that shaped the culture, society, and mindset of entire nations. It heralded a new era in warfare, setting the stage for the enormous upheavals that would follow in the ensuing decades. As we step back from our time-traveling journey, all that remains is the echo of the stories of valor and sacrifice of fallen soldiers, unacknowledged heroes, and innocent civilians, reminding us of the tremendous cost that was paid for the freedoms we often take for granted today. Yet, even amidst the rubble and the ruins, arose the indomitable human spirit, a spirit that prevailed against all odds. It is this undying spirit that we see mirrored in the faces of the old veterans as they march every year, paying homage to their fallen comrades. As the sun of the 20th century set amidst the cacophony of war, it brought in its painting the silhouette of a changed world, a world that would forever be shaped by the impact of the First World War, leaving a mark that not even the sands of time could entirely erase. Here we come to the end of our journey, peering into the pages of history to enlighten ourselves about the past, the sacrifices, and the legacies that have formed the bedrock of our present world. History beckons us to remember, to learn, and to keep its torch aflame. And so, we shall. Among all the stories from the Great War, one particular story is forever etched in human memory, a story that signifies the poignant balance between conflict and compassion, enmity and empathy. Christmas Truce of 1914. For a brief moment, enemies became friends once again, proving that humanity, no matter how disparate the circumstances may be, has the potential to transgress the barriers of war. No tale quite encapsulates the essence of human spirit as war does. It's a grim reminder of the extent to which humanity can falter, but also a testament to how we rise, time and again, from the ashes of destruction. For every war begets 1,000 stories of hope, courage, and sacrifice, stories that permeate beyond the realms of time and engrave themselves onto the collective tapestry of our existence. At the heart of such narratives lie the unsung heroes, often overlooked by the rush of history, ordinary people who, in the face of adversity, demonstrated extraordinary resolve. Be it ambulance drivers at the fronts, nurses tending to the wounded, or factory workers pulling in long shifts to meet the rising demand for munitions, your contribution spun the wheels of war and undeniably shaped its outcome. To all our narratives, however, the layers of complexity are unbound. Beauty and horror, triumph and tragedy, life and death all coexist, woven intricately into the fabric of war. The symphony of the battlefront knows no pause. It simply changes its notes, alternating between the crescendo of combat and the melancholy of memories carried back home. And so, we conclude on a solemn note, bowing our heads in remembrance, honor, and gratitude. For in every fallen soldier, in every scarred landscape, in every beaten flag rests an undeniable truth of war's undiscriminating reach, the truth of its unyielding power, and the truth of the unquenchable human spirit, resilient in the face of its darkest hour. But the tale of the First World War doesn't end with Vimy Ridge, Verdun or the armistice of 1918. Its echoes reverberate still, embedded in the geopolitical landscape of the present day and the collective psyche of humanity. Thus, as we stand on the brink of tomorrow, do we not, by understanding the significance of yesteryears, prepare ourselves better for the challenges that lie ahead? The lessons of World War I are not limited to the realm of military strategy or political alliances. Its true essence, perhaps, lies in the trenches, in the desolate landscapes turned into fields of war, echoing the haunting cries of bravery, of sacrifice, of desperation, cries that serve as a stark reminder of humanity's inherent fragility. The blood-streaked pages of history are filled with tales of war and peace, of victory and defeat, of life and death. Yet, they are more than just records of trials past, they are handholds to the sheer tenacity of the human spirit, tenacity that builds monuments from the ruins, sows seeds of hope in the barren lands of despair, and heralds dawn even in the darkest of nights. And so, as we turn the final page of our narrative, we marvel at the colossal scale of human endeavor, of turmoil, and of triumph. We salute the unwavering spirit of our fallen heroes, and we stand in solidarity with the Vaunver again. Never again shall the world descend into such madness, such abyss. But, the unyielding wheel of time turns, bearing witness to new chapters of human history. And from the annals of yesterday, we learn that hope, indeed, lies within humanity's grasp. To quote British poet John Maxwell Edmonds' enduring lines, "When you go home, tell them of us and say, for your tomorrow, we gave our today." As we wrap up our journey through the First World War, we bid adieu to an era defined by warfare, an era engrossed in the throes of destruction and resurrection. Guided by the beacon light of history, we step into the unknown, armed not with bluster or bravado, but with empathy, compassion, and the yearning for a world free of the harsh embrace of war. For the only victor in any war is the promise of peace it leaves behind. And it is this elusive and precious gift of peace that nations around the world continue to strive for, with World War I reminding us with its chilling recount, that peace must prevail, at all costs, throughout all ages. Every great war introduces a new chapter in the story of mankind, a chapter marked by destruction, yet accompanied by stubborn persistence and a thirst for survival. The lesson that the First World War bequeathed us, and which still rings true today, is this: even when the world plunges into the abyss of violence, humanity remains undefeated. Although the flames of conflict may have long been extinguished, yet the embers of remembrance and wisdom continue to glow brightly within the shadows of the past. Let us ensure that these shadows are not forgotten, for the pages they hold are not just figments of the bygone era. They are the stories we remember, the sacrifices we honor, and the peace we aspire towards. They are the very flames which illumine humanity's common journey, a journey trying to navigate the path between sorrow and joy, destruction and creation, war and peace. As we delve into the exercises of remembrance, let us not forget the significance of these flames. For it is through these phosphorescent passages that the winds of history carry the narratives, the lessons, and the echoes of the generations that lived through them, to the audiences of today and tomorrow. Remember, honor, learn,